Hi, I'm Casey Fick, Communications Coordinator for the State of Missouri Deferred Compensation Plan, and this is your January 2013 video edition of the DC Update. As a result of the fiscal cliff legislation, also known as the American Taxpayer Relief Act of 2012, all plan participants can now convert pre-tax assets in their deferred compensation plan account to the Roth 457 savings source at any time. Previously, this option was only available to those who were separated from service. It is important to note that you will be responsible for the tax liability that results from an in-plan Roth conversion. This is especially important if you are still with the state in the year of the conversion, because if you are, you cannot use assets in your deferred compensation plan account to pay for that tax liability. We recommend that you consult with a tax advisor before considering an in-plan Roth conversion. Between numerous employee benefits and the sometimes confusing IRS laws that govern retirement savings plans, it's no surprise there are a few misconceptions about the deferred compensation plan. In this month's Adding It Up feature, we will debunk some of these common myths and explain why the deferred compensation plan is truly a unique and valuable employee benefit. One of the more common myths we encounter is you have to take your money out of the plan when you retire. Actually, you can leave your money in the plan for as long as you'd like, even if you've separated from service. In fact, many of our participants choose to roll their backdrop payment into the deferred compensation plan to take advantage of its low fees and simplified investment lineup in retirement. Likewise, you still have the ability to roll assets from other retirement savings plans into the deferred compensation plan after you separate from service, a feature that's also available to you while you're employed with the state. Similarly, there are those who think that you must take all of your money out of the plan at 70 and a half. In reality, in April of the calendar year after you turn 70 and a half, you must begin your required minimum distributions, or RMDs. As the name suggests, an RMD is a minimum amount that you must withdraw on an annual basis from your retirement savings account. The amount of this mandatory payment will vary depending on your account balance and the IRS guidelines for that year, but rest assured you do not have to empty your account at that time. Another common myth about the 457 plan is, I won't have access to my money until I'm 59 and a half. It is true that many other popular retirement savings accounts administer a 10% penalty on any assets you withdraw prior to age 59 and a half, but the deferred compensation plan isn't your typical savings account. With 457 plans like ours, that 10% penalty is waived on any distribution you make prior to 59 and a half, as long as you're separated from service. You are still required to pay federal taxes on any pre-tax savings that you withdraw from your account, as you would at any age. But access to 457 savings upon separating from service is a feature that our participants enjoy. On the topic of withdrawing money in retirement, there's the myth that contributions to and payments from the deferred compensation plan will lower my Social Security benefit. There are a number of factors that will impact your Social Security benefit amount, such as the age you begin receiving Social Security and your salary history. But contributing to the deferred compensation plan while employed and then withdrawing assets in retirement will not affect that benefit calculation. Visit the IRS's online retirement estimator to learn how your benefit will be calculated and to learn more about the factors that may affect your benefit amount. Let us help you debunk other deferred compensation plan myths by giving us a call at 800-392-0925. Did you receive a distribution from your deferred compensation account in 2012? If so, you must report that payment on your 2012 taxes using the IRS Form 1099-R. These tax notices were mailed to you on January 22nd and are also available online now within Account Access under the Statements and Confirms tab. If you have general questions about your distributions in 2012 or the tax form itself, please contact a participant service representative at 800-392-0925. With over 80 years of combined service with the State of Missouri Deferred Compensation Plan, our education specialists provide valuable training and consultation services throughout the year and across the state. In fact, in 2012 alone, the 7-member team conducted over 526 seminars and 7,940 individual consultations. Visit the Education Specialist page on the plan website to learn more about who represents your territory or agency. And while you're online, make the most of your participation by registering in a free seminar or consultation in your area today. This DC update includes auto enrollment statistics by department as of January 1st of 2013. View the text version of this update for the full report. Thanks for tuning in to the January 2013 video edition of the DC Update. Remember, for important plan news, savings tips, and more, connect with the plan on Facebook, Twitter, and now YouTube. Until next time, this has been Casey Fick, Communications Coordinator for the State of Missouri Deferred Compensation Plan. your smart, simple savings solution.